This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Get ready, comedian Nate Bargatze is bringing 2 nights of laughs to the XL Energy Center. Don't miss out on the hilarity when he takes the stage this Saturday and Sunday with the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Limited tickets still available. Get all the details at KFAN.com. Keep your calendar.
Minnesota Vikings Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center, and we are happy to welcome Alec Lewis from The Athletic into the equation. At Alec_Lewis is how you can follow him via X, as a 9 to noon does. And this is the Friday football feast from not from Buffalo Wild Wings, but from the Vikings facility. Now, September 5th will be our first Friday football feast at a Buffalo Wild Wings this year. And as we celebrated or shared or discussed months ago, Paul Charchian, the longtime co-host of the Friday football feast back to when we started it in 2009, has relocated to Utah. So therefore he's out of the Friday football feast. So this year with the Friday football feast on site at Buffalo Wild Wings, we're going to have yours truly. Nordo is going to be joining most, if not all, of the feasts, as is Alec Lewis with The Athletic. Now, Alec has been kind enough the last few years, to stop by for, I'd say, 40, 45 minutes of a cogent Minnesota Vikings or NFL-related talk. We're going to extend that. So Alec, in essence, is going to be co-hosting the Friday football feast, and that's courtesy of Steve's Appliances. And just wonderful, wonderful people in Mounds View. Sarah and Brian, they helped Nordo when he was in a spot with a washer-dryer. What's up, Sammy? They did the same with Ben Gessling. He also was in a spot with a washing machine, and he went right to Steve's and was serviced nicely. And they are serve first individuals at Steve's Appliances and stevesappliances.com. And due to that, in part, Alec will be joining us for the Friday football feast for at least 2 hours, but probably the balance of the radio shows. And we're looking forward to it. Hopefully you are. And good morning.
Good morning. I don't believe my mic is on, which is a good start for me, obviously.
Nordo's not coming to the feast.
No, it wasn't his fault.
Nordo's out?
No. What I think happened...
Bro, you've pushed on that microphone 100 times. What happened there?
What I think happened was I set up on the other microphone, and so he was ready to go for that one, and then I moved over here. It's my responsibility.
It's my job to pivot.
Sure, but early in training camp, it's the acclimation period. So we're all acclimating.
There's some teaching and learning taking place
exactly
here in TCO
right.
Studios.
And so, first of all, I want to say a couple of things. One, can't wait for the Fridays at Buffalo Wild Wings. Sweet. Somewhere around this place that we call the Twin Cities. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, like Monticello.
It's like Chanhassen, like Fridley, you could go on and on. Of our
St. Cloud again?
Of our beautiful city. St. Cloud. I love St. Cloud. There's the Buffalo Wild Wings there is exceptional. The serving is spectacular.
Elite,
spectacular.
Yes.
So I will say, looking forward to it. Appreciative of Steve's Appliances. I'm going to have to talk to them soon about a grill. I've really been getting into grilling, done some kebabs recently, done a steak, did some chicken last night. You got to cook it the perfect amount. So we're going to probably have to communicate with those folks over there about a grill.
Do you live in a spot where you can have a grill? Or is it a community grill?
Community grill, and they're great, and they've got, the propane is ever present.
Okay.
Can I lay out a potential connecting of the dots here with everything you're saying?
After I say my last thing, your hair today, I'm not sure if I've seen it
mid-season
this
form.
Coiffed. I mean, it's like you came out here and you're like, can I pull a Josh McCown off? And you're getting pretty
McCown?
Yeah. Have you seen his hair?
No.
It's the greatest head of hair you've ever seen in your life.
Are you kidding me?
When you see it in person.
He's always had short hair.
Josh McCown.
Ewan McCown is like Ali Frazier in the hair game.
Okay.
I mean,
my hair's way too long.
It's the Thrilla and the Manila is what I would say of hair.
Well, so to get inside the weeds of my hair, which is super exciting. For those who remember former LA Lakers coach Pat Riley, all right, he would slick his hair back, but that was like his bit.
He's still actually in the NBA. He's with the Miami Heat now.
Right. So just think of his hair. I have to do that now because it's too long. It's too humid outside. It'll go to massive curls mode way too early in the day. So I slick it back so it slowly comes out during the course of the day.
So it's a strategy.
Your hair is not as slicked back as his was almost flat to his head, though.
His stayed.
You provide you got a little tidal wave situation in terms of yours, which is exactly what he's talking about with Josh McCown.
And what I'd say about McCown is, for you specifically, if you're out there today, make sure to look for it.
I'm going to.
And then for the fans listening to this, when you're out here for training camp at the TCO Performance Center and you're watching every J.J. McCarthy throw, just take a glimpse over there at Josh McCown. If he's not wearing the hat, it's impressive stuff.
Well, the connecting of the dots here would be with Steve's Appliances helping us with the Friday football feast. You get the grill of your choice from them, okay? Hopefully, and definitely save some money. With,
they got green eggs over there?
I'm sure they can find it if they don't. But you got fast delivery, free recycling, and guaranteed low prices. So you get that from them. But when it comes to, and this is with all due respect to everybody at Steve's Appliances maybe listening right now, and their grilling acumen or lack thereof, the man to my left is the only one to talk to about grilling.
We'll get you juiced.
Nordo just showed me
10 to 10.
He just showed me a steak that he made that would, I mean, the Manny chefs would probably be calling to get some assistance over there. I couldn't believe. My mom is coming to town.
You need beef in your life.
My mom is coming to town this weekend, and we want to go to a nice dinner. And we might just switch it and go to the Nordquist residence.
Hey, you drive to Chaska, dinner's free.
Did you put that? Is it Wagyu?
Wagyu,
Wagyu. Did you put it on Twitter?
I didn't put that out there.
You have to.
Yeah, we might have
right
to
now.
Yeah.
So so people will understand what we're talking about. I mean,
it was magical.
I haven't seen meat that fresh, succulent, and/or juicy since I called races in Northern California and would spend a lot of time on the streets of San Francisco until about 2 or 3 in the morning. I mean, that stuff that you're about ready to see at Mad Producer One. That's why you get whatever contraption you want from Steve's Appliances.
Right, from Steve's.
And then when it comes to the ins and outs of grilling and thermometers and all these aggressive things that he buys and uses, I have no idea what they are.
Tongs.
It leads to what you're going to see here on Twitter at Mad Producer One.
I posted it, yeah.
Yeah, the greatest looking meat that, honestly, that you're ever going to see.
I was worried when you were talking about this the best meat you've seen since, and you're going back. I was like, this is the Friday football feast first. You know, this is our first runway. And
I had a hunch we were going out to the bay for that.
Okay, you've heard it, and I thought he was going to go like this. And they know that we know that they know that we know.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean when I say that, and it's accurate.
No, it is.
Like when I talk about, because I may come to some organized team activities that other people don't come to. So when I come back and get excited and say, T.J. Hawkinson's arms, holy cow, and then you guys tease me. And it's like, what are you? Okay, and then all of a sudden, 2.5 months later, everybody's talking about T.J. Hawkinson's arms.
No, look.
So why you got to tease me, man?
No.
I'm just trying to keep the audience up to speed.
You've actually gotten me. I believe by osmosis, I have now become. I've started to look at body types more than I ever have. Like Dallas Turner. If you look at this guy up close right now, you're like, he did not look like that last year.
Yeah.
Jalen Naylor. We've had a lot of Jalen Naylor.
Somebody picks me for $250,000, I'm going to build up my arms too.
I will say, Jalen Naylor doesn't look as big as he did in the spring. It's like he's there's been some fluctuation going on. Anyway,
you think Spearfish looked in here because I didn't put you on the guest list?
Possibly.
Okay, 3-2.
I walked up here by myself because Cliff at the front desk and I, we have developed a phenomenal. You're laughing, Cliff. I asked him for story ideas. I saw him at a Timberwolves game and we talked. So Cliff at the front desk and I, he gives me carte blanche. Is that what they say?
Sure.
To go anywhere in this building, which is not. I mean,
there's a lot of trust there.
There is.
How about the scam you've now run 2 years in a row at Timberwolves playoff games? It's one of the greatest media-related scams that I've seen in my 20-some-odd years on the radio.
He still has not typed one word about the
such a lie.
And he's sitting 15 feet from the court in the best seats in the world.
Well, it is a John Krasinski special that allows that to be possible. But to act
Aaron
like
Freeman and Sarah Perez,
and Aaron Freeman and Sarah Perez, who do a great job. But don't act like I did like 1,200 words on Mike Conley, where I talked to Greg Oden and Thad Matta. Like I love hoops.
What about Scooney Penn?
That's fair.
No,
I forget Scooney Penn.
Look, I'll send you some of my Wolves stories if you're trying to freshen up over the.
We got him. Glasses fogged. We got him.
I just know if somebody's sitting in that seat, that means somebody's not sitting in that seat. So I hope there's perspective there that don't take that opportunity for granted.
Yeah, we got Parker Fox in the 100th row, and you're there 15 feet from the court.
Well, I think
transcribing interviews.
Yeah, there's a family of four trying to work around the giraffe, and Parker Fox sitting in front of them.
Well, that Parker Fox had probably been at Minnesota basketball practice for year number 9, so that he had to call. That's.
Yes.
No, I love Parker, and he knows that. But no, on a serious note,
do you want in on all of the feast, or do you want to do, because we're having you 2 hours today. Okay, so what we're doing is, like in horse racing parlance, we're stretching you out. So we're starting you out like we've done 2 segments. You performed well in those sprints.
Thank you.
Now we're stretching you out to like a mile distance of 2 hours. Well, the 3-hour presentation, I mean, that's like 1.25 miles as radio would go. Are you prepared for that?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I have hosted your show in your absence at times. Been a couple. Yeah.
That's why he's asking.
No, look, I'm committed. No, so I'm committed.
Excellent.
For the 3-hour, but I mean, again, to reiterate.
Yeah.
This is the acclimation period. So to expect me to come in and have my vocal cords ready to go for all 3 hours and my brain working as fast as hopefully we all need it to work, there needs to be the stretching out period must happen.
You did 2 hours last week. And it felt like I think we played fast.
Oh, that was a brisk 2 hours.
And this will be a brisk. This will be a lickety split, lightning quick 2 hours today.
Yeah,
we got you saying lickety split. We got you saying they know that we know
that they know that we know. And honestly, discretion is the better part of valor.
All right, it's 10-16.
Human nature gets to win too.
Oh my heavens! All right, 3-2. It's 10-16 in the Love Covenant. Paul Allen with Nordo producing. He's mad producer. Brett Blakemore guides the great ship Love Covenant from FM 100.3 KFAN, your Friday football feast leader. Alec Lewis is with us until the end of the radio show. And he and I are quite excited 45 minutes from now to chat with the leader of the Minnesota Moving Company. Vikings offensive line coach Chris Cooper will join us here at TCO, the TCO radio studio as part of the vast and ever expanded and well-respected Vikings Entertainment Network. Around the corner, we're going to get into some training camp football-related talk and much more, including over the course of the hour and 45 with a young Alec, some season wins totals and some predictions and ideas on making money with your mind and whether teams will win more than X amount of games or fewer. So stick around for that if you're looking to spot up and make a little money. Speaking of money, Brett Blakemore has the cash thing.
The cash thing, the fan and BigDeck.com. I'm going to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with the National Cash Contest. Head to KFAN.com. The keyword is cash. The keyword is cash for this hour. KFAN.com. Keyword cash.
KFAN.
Mall of America's mystery cards are back, and we're bringing them to you all summer long. Come grab yours at KFAN events throughout the summer, wherever you see our KFAN street team. Then make sure to redeem them at Mall of America for fun prizes and big discounts. Full list of events, KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Welcome back, 9 to noon. Feasting here at TCO Studios in Eagan. Alec Lewis of The Athletic is in studio here. PA will be here momentarily, and it's me, Nordo, partying on a Friday. Alec, through a couple of days of practice here, you know, JJ season this. I'm trying to get intel on what Theo Jackson looks like in this system, just kind of at a base level. Just 10,000-foot view. What are you loving about things so far?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Theo and JJ. They walked off the field together yesterday. Okay. Just them two, like, chatting it up. And I thought, that was a classic little minor glimpse at JJ connecting with all different parts of the locker room. Like, for him to spend time and wait for Theo and walk off together, like, it's one of those things that I thought was very cool. I always
think about that. Sorry to ask you a question and interrupt. That's a massive clipping penalty. No. But I've always thought, when you take a QB, most important position in sports, et cetera, you take them early. I've just always wondered kind of what's the inherited amount of leadership. So, like, just walking in the door, highly touted, knowing that eventually that this franchise kind of rests with what you're able to do at that spot. How much is inherited? He's the guy, he can speak, and I will listen. To the other end of it, like, all right, kid, I'm on my second contract here. I got guaranteed dollars coming my way, but I want to win. Freaking show up, dude, and you got to earn it. You know what I mean? Well, how you balance that?
It has to be authentic and organic. You hear all the time, you talk to any NFL coach, any NFL player, and it's like they can sniff out the BS from miles and miles away. And so when you're a young guy who has never done anything and you're entering a locker room of guys who have done a lot, you have to build it by your actions and by connecting like that. That's why I bring that up. It's just I like J.J. McCarthy's never going to be able to go to Theo Jackson and say, I need more from you unless they have a genuine relationship.
Sure.
And so just to see him walking off the field with that guy as opposed to a receiver or tight end, or offensive lineman, like that stood out to me. But like the headline, the summary that I would have through 2 days is with JJ in particular, like it's been a very professional approach. And that's like the bar that you have to clear, because if it's not professional at this point, we got major problems.
Certainly.
But like the pre-snap operation, like I talked to Pete Bursis last week and I asked him, Pete, if you're me and you're out there in these first few days before pads, what are you looking for? What would you be looking for? And he's like, is he getting in and out of the huddle fast? Is he getting the line of scrimmage and making decisions quickly and dropping back and looking comfortable and confident and all of that stuff? He's pretty much checked the box. Now there was like a minor fumble yesterday, and there have been like, it's not like throwing the football he's been pinpoint all the time, but I would say from what I hope to see from an operation professional approach through 2 days, he's met that bar. And now it is, can you stack it? Can you be accurate? Can you layer footballs into windows? And can you continue to build the confidence of everybody?
Speaking of building the confidence of everybody, or having confidence in opinions or what you're seeing, Monday is the first day fully padded. So they go to pads Monday. So from the time you've covered football now, from organized team activities through what we're seeing now at training camp, which has some organized team activities to it, to when they go in pads, how much of a difference is there when it comes to shaping opinions?
Yeah, massive difference. It's just, still feels like a football camp, kind of like the spring does. But and that's the challenge for everybody. It's probably the challenge for coaches and players too, of how much do you put into a rep in a 7-on-7 on the second day of training camp? It is such a minor data point in the broad evaluation. And so again, for me with JJ McCarthy, I view this three-pronged of my evaluation. It is, operationally, does it look clean? It is throwing the football mechanically, is he accurate, and is the velocity and the layering there? And then 3, from a decision-making standpoint, is he progressing in rhythm? Is he taking too many hitches? And is he looking like he's seeing the defense? So that's the three-pronged evaluation, and you have to do it over time. specifically once they get in pads to really have a feel for how well he's checking those boxes.
So there's really nothing even at this stage where, we're kind of all not in awe, but the idea of, wow, look at all the work that he did this summer. Look at the Instagram videos, and we know he was here, there, and everywhere. And with TJ, and I think Gophers QB Drake Lindsay may have actually partaken in one of those get-togethers. But there's really no way. Giggle? There's really no way to quantify that.
I don't know much about the Gophers.
No, here's why I clipped. And we'll just spend 8 seconds on this. No response is required. Let's remember, young Alec is from Anniston, Alabama.
Right.
And when you grow up an Alabama Crimson Tide fan, and you are in surrogate fashion raised by Tuscaloosa,
there's a snobbery as part of that.
Okay, continue and move on to the next topic, okay? That's just stop right there.
Listen,
I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Come on, bro.
No, over the last 3 years, I've thought about, should I ask the Gophers to see if I can, sit in their installs and learn and do a story? I'm interested.
Why would you do that?
Because I want to learn football. But I'm interested and I went to a game last year and Brosmer, I was pretty impressed by, and their defensive coordinator does some interesting things schematically. And yes, right now I'm trying to rebuild the trust that I've lost from the people who root for this team anyway.
No, you haven't. I didn't say you said anything negatively about it. I'm just saying it's when college football is the A topic for you as a child, middle schooler, high school, and all that, and it's Tuscaloosa, and it's those guys with Saban. Well, that's a different bar. I mean, that's a different standard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I would say anyone who lives here who hasn't been to a game in the Southeastern Conference,
right?
You go to it's
the Death Valley bit. I can't even imagine what it would be like.
It's crazy, but
3-2.
No, nor do I in terms of evaluation and decision making. I'll say even yesterday, the pass rushers were coming at the quarterback with more intensity and explosiveness and juice than I'd seen. And it just speeds all of this decision making and the thinking up. And until you really see a quarterback have to make these decisions snap after snap with the pass rush coming at them and the stress engulfing them, you're not seeing much. It's just part of it.
But trying to weed your way through kind of what is definitely artificial or somewhat cosmetic. Kind of the idea, it's in a vacuum, wow, Rondale Moore looks super athletic and twitchy, and that's what I remember from seeing highlights back to the Purdue days and his time with Arizona. Wow, Ty Felton, I know he took kicks and punts at Maryland. Now he's back there doing that in camp. So just kind of weeding through the artificial stuff, weeding through the cosmetic nature of it, knowing what you're dealing with. You got to wait until Monday for stuff to really start to become tangible and measurable. But I think there are some things that you can pull from bits like that.
Absolutely. And it's even, defensively, the first team is out there. What type of personnel groupings are we seeing? Is Mekhi Blackman out there, or is it Jeff Okudah and Isaiah Rodgers on the outside and Byron Murphy in the slot? Who's playing the deep safety? Is it Josh Metellus? Is it Theo Jackson? Are they using personnel groupings with Turner and Van Geek? I think for me, so much of right now is, okay, the first team is repping out there. Who's out there? Second team. Who's the right guard on the second team? It is getting a feel for, okay, this might kind of be the depth chart, and then where are players slotting in around that? But it's even yesterday you're seeing how many snaps is Ty Chandler getting with the first or second team offense? It's how many snaps is Zamiah Vaughn, the cornerback, getting? That's kind of it. And then once the pads come on, and you're in a red zone period where the quarterback has to make quick decisions and Jeff Okudah's covering at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's when you really start to feel like you're seeing something.
Maybe.
Did we make this Vikes Bites?
We can.
Did we tag the sponsor?
We haven't yet.
Do it.
Thousand Hills Lifetime Grazed Grass-Fed Beef.
Do we get that music?
Music.
Well, Brett back at the studio can toss a little NFL bet if he wants.
No, we're good.
I don't mind a cappella. Mm-hmm. Thousand Hills, by the way, proud sponsors of Gophers Athletic. Not Roll Tide, but Sky U Ma up here, Clearwater, Minnesota raised. Matt and Company, nutrient-dense elite meat, specifically beef. Check them out today, Thousand Hills. Thank you.
Vikings PR is murdering me right now for not having you check in at the front desk.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
Dave Chorus.
On my credential.
Dave Chorus. They're going to dust off Kim Clobbeter, bring him
choke
back.
wire.
I saw Chorus the other day. And I was.
They don't mess around here.
No, I
a lot of
straight
people
up
are trying to get into the old facility to watch practice, and Mr. Chorus ain't having it.
So Kim Clowder, though, and he's been retired for years, I believe.
5-ish, something
but
like
back
that.
to, I remember even telling you early days of my run 9 to noon. We're out at Winter Park, and I'm just kind of bebopping around, thinking like I belong there.
Yeah.
And I just see Kim Clowder, longtime head of security.
No, the bomb.
And he was just kind of roaming the trees back in the Eden Prairie days.
Well, you know why? It's because he at one point caught Dave Sinekin, peeking through the fence.
That's 100% true.
Because the wind had ripped a hole in the tarp, so he was peeking through the fence, trying to steal plays that involved Adrian Peterson and tell Mike McCarthy. So Clobbeter tried to put him in jail.
Yeah.
And we at the fan were like, that's a little too stringent.
I was walking around outside going into practice yesterday, and I saw like this guy with the Packers shirt. I'm like, should somebody be eyeing this guy?
I kind of know your spot. It's kind of like if you go to an NFL game, let's say it's Vikings-Bears, and you're just wearing like an old LaDainian Tomlinson jersey. It's like, technically, yes, I get it. You're at an NFL event, but you didn't have something of either team participating in the game.
Or when the Vikings and Saints play and you like to dust off your game-worn Sharper.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Okay, 3-2. I meant Jamie Sharper, the former linebacker for the Ravens, you biatches.
Yes, that is correct. Speaking of participating, though, it just kind of makes me two things. You mentioned Ty Chandler's name, and I just wonder what it's like being...
We're scattered today.
Ty Chandler.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Or...
long night at the racetrack.
Or Blake Brandel. Like, these are two guys, I think if you're Ty Chandler, it's kind of, how do you find redemption as the team goes out and identifies Jordan Mason? If you're Blake Brandel, you get that 2-3 year deal. I forget it was like $9 or $10 million. It's not massive deals in terms of offensive linemen, but it was a massive deal to him. He gets this opportunity to start games at a high level. In both cases, the team kind of said in the offseason, this ain't good enough, and kind of took that chance away. Jordan Mason now expected to be in the tandem with Aaron Jones. And, of course, you draft a guy 24th overall in Donovan Jackson and completely retool the interior of those lines. I'm just kind of fascinated with those two guys in particular, like what their space in life is, what their station is with this team in terms of trying to still add value. And maybe Ty Chandler probably a little bit farther on the outs than a Brandel, who can still certainly contribute from a swing standpoint, but both kind of those reps opportunities might be out the door.
Yeah, I mean, for those two guys, it's probably, like you said, you mentioned this, it's two different situations. I mean, Ty Chandler's in the final year of his rookie contract. And so for him, he's played sparingly. That Cincinnati game in 2023, believe he ran for 132 yards that day and looked like the explosive talent that, many around here had wanted to see for a long time, but just was never able to build off of it. He's returned kicks, but now he's in this mold where it's like, this is a critical camp for Ty Chandler to continue to prove that he is deserving of a roster spot. Blake Brandel has been filling in at right guard with Will Fries not being like full go in the team period. And it's not like he's healthy. It's just they're just ramping him up. And so Blake Brandel is
occupied. No need to rush it?
Yeah, no need to rush it. Blake Brandel's occupied that spot, and then when Will Fry steps in, Blake will remain a very versatile backup regardless of what happens. But like the cold truth of it is any of these guys, like the starters, Jordan Mason could have a hamstring today. And nobody wants to talk about this.
Let's not talk like that.
No, but it's just, and then Ty Chandler, like you're responsible. You don't have time to wallow in the potential that you're vying for a roster spot if now you are thrust into full action. Same for Blake Brandel. So like the way these guys have to think is they must be ready. Or else.
Most certainly, yeah.
Like their time could come at any point. It's like yesterday with the New York Jets. Justin Fields gets carted off, and everybody's freaking out. Now it was a classic deal, but like things can change on such a dime.
Are you trying to say Adam Schefter was overplaying it? That he was melodramatizing the injury?
No, because he wasn't the only one. There were a lot of people out there, and when a guy gets carted off, as a reporter, you're pretty concerned. The guy got carted off, this professional athlete. But the point being, any day, things can change just on a dime for any of these guys. So they have to be ready. They have to be in shape. They have to be well versed in the system, and that's the expectation.
What on a day like this? What does your schedule look like? Like how does your day go? Because The Athletic, theathletic.com, for those of us who subscribe, and it's a great time to subscribe to The Athletic, especially this time of the year because of all the bountiful football stuff that's popping, and a lot of people love fantasy football and stuff like that, and The Athletic does a really good job with the National Football League. So therefore, you'll have some form of notebook or story or mailbag or Alec Lewis show podcast, something later today. So your day starts with 9 to noon at the TCO studios.
It started earlier than that.
Doing what?
I had 2 calls this morning.
Okay, for like a future story.
One for a future story, one pushing the ball forward to get somebody to talk to me for another future story. So yeah, like
So you wake up hot.
Oh, I wake up and it's go time. And then I'm here for 9 to noon. Then we've got press conference at 12:50, then the practice after, and then I'm writing after. Sometimes I don't get out of here at 7. It is, the people around me are like,
it's grindy.
Yeah. But I mean, again, like where we started.
Yeah.
You're great. Like, I get to cover the NFL for one of the, if not the premier publication for sports writing in the sphere. So and then I work alongside John Krasinski, Michael Russo, Dan Hayes, Aaron Gleeman, Joe Smith. Like, so if I'm not motivated to put my best work out there, I mean, that's what those folks do every day. So better be ready to go.
Okay. So you come into the day with like a story. So Wes Phillips speaks today. So would you come into the day thinking, all right, Wes is going to do a press conference. You'll ask questions. And do you come into the day with like a thought for a story, and then like the press conference may amplify it? Then you talk to some people walking off the field after practice about 4:00, 4:15. And that's the construction of the bit, right?
In some ways, I keep it pretty like flexible and open. Like just for example, like Jeff Okudah has caught my eye the last couple of days. And so I've done some digging. Like
you mentioned him with his shirt off.
Yeah. The guy is an athlete.
It's impossible to be out here and not notice the physical nature of 21.
Crazy.
I can't wait for pads to go on. I want to talk to people privately to find out more about, I understand, 3rd overall from Ohio State. Lions played like 5 games over 2.5. So we had a debilitating injury here. Maybe there was more after that. But when you look at this guy and then you watch him run, like, this is good enough to eat. Are you kidding me? I mean, how did we get this guy?
There was a play yesterday where Jeff Okudah was lined up on the right, as a right cornerback on the outside. And then right at the snap, it was like a cornerback blitz, and he came in hot. And if they had handed the football off, whoever was at running back, Aaron Jones, and if there was a tackling period with pads, I mean, there would have been a collision you could have heard from a mile away. But I'll give you this, the most underrated part of having Jeff Okudah here in training camp, beyond what he does for the defense, is his physicality on Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison will help them
in practice
and prepare them for how they're defended on a day-to-day basis in a way that the Vikings have not had at cornerback in recent years.
Love that. Alec Lewis, The Athletic, theathletic.com. Chris Cooper, offensive line coach for the Minnesota Vikings, joins about 20 minutes from now. And when we return, more football conversation, etc., 9 to noon on KFAN. The Friday football feast continues. Chris Cooper, offensive line coach for the Minnesota Vikings, within the next 15 minutes. So, all right, boys, let's give them our best 8. All right, 3-2. Let's have a really good 8-minute segment here up to Chris Cooper. And once again, we thank Steve's Appliances in Mounds View. Steve's Appliances for sponsoring Alec Lewis's appearances with 9 to noon each and every Friday from now at least until the end of January, and hopefully the Minnesota Vikings are still playing at that time. But in honor of Steve's, not only assisting 9 to noon with the marathon segments each and every weekday, but for aiding us with Alec. What we did here is we have each selected a Minnesota Vikings player, current player on the team, and we are going to tie that player and the anticipated or projected performance for the 2025 season to an appliance from Steve's. And you can go to stevesappliances.com and learn more about all these things. I'm going to begin with a grill. Okay. Steve's Appliances, cooktops, microwaves, dishwashers, washing machines, dryers, all of your appliances are available. stevesappliances.com. They also sell grills. Who knew? So they have outdoor appliance related stuff too. Ooh. And I'm going to start with a grill. From maybe a freestanding grill or a gas grill, or maybe you need a grill cover. But I'm going to start with a grill from Steve's Appliances and tie it to Jordan Mason, the running back for the Vikings. Why grill and Jordan Mason? Because Jordan Mason is here to make things cook while you're outside. So I can't exactly remember how the schedule goes nearing the end of the season. But the assumption is there's at least one outdoor game when it gets cold in certain parts of the country. Jordan Mason makes things cook when you go outside. And hopefully cooks for the totality of the season. But a rough and tumble running back like Jordan Mason is always nice to have late in the season when bodies and minds defensively are tired. And you can get him cooking in these outdoor games that you may play in the postseason or late in the season. So that's my submission. A grill from Steve's Appliances tied to Jordan Mason. Why? Because he makes things cook while he's outside.
I like that for whether it's Seattle late November, it's Lambeau in November.
Thank you.
Oh, it'll be scorching.
Giants week before Christmas. Winds can swirl a little bit in MetLife.
There we go. Just ask Jimmy Hoffa.
And we'll need a little heat from Jordan Mason.
Norda, what do you have?
Well, I'm glad you're letting me go first because, full disclosure, I didn't connect with Alec to determine which one he had selected.
We're not going to have the same one, I guarantee it.
You guarantee it? Well, I think this is, so I'm picking actually a set of appliances that Sarah and everybody at Steve's Appliances helped me out. And it's this unbelievable LG front-loading set, washer and dryer, gas appliances. The delivery was free. The key that I'm going for here is the reliability, the potential for flash, because I can use my LG Think app. And, this thing will tell me, I know when it's running, and I can adjust the cycle.
Wow.
It makes a little chime. I got a little ringtone for my washer and dryer. Yes. And I'm going with TJ Hawkinson. And the reason I'm going with that is because when I had a dryer that sounded like someone was starting a motorcycle in my mudroom, and it was a complete disaster, things were destitute. And at one point, with the injury, things were destitute for TJ Hawkinson.
No question.
But there's been a massive upgrade in terms of health, and there's been a massive upgrade in terms of quality, both in my mudroom and on the field for TJ Hawkinson. Now, the reliability. It's not always the most flashy and the most explosive that you're getting on the field from TJ Hawkinson, but you believe in the productivity. You believe in the connection. I believe in my Wi-Fi connection with my washer and dryer, and I believe that given I got 3 kids, I got a baby, I got stuff that gets dirty, I need a money man in the mudroom. That's my washer and dryer. And J.J. McCarthy needs a money man on the field, and I think that's TJ Hawkinson. So the combination of some flash here and there, some utility, some versatility, and reliability.
Awesome.
My front-loading LG washer and dryer is number 87 in the end zone all day long.
Covenant Claps, what you got?
That's exceptional.
Alec,
TJ,
that was exceptional.
And TJ has looked very good.
Do you think that he would appreciate being compared to just a reliable washer and dryer?
So mine isn't, look, it's you guys want Jordan Mason, TJ Hockenson.
Yeah.
Those are players we know, people have listened, they talk about.
Yeah.
I wanted to go with a little bit of different flavor from Steve. So
really?
They have this GE 24-inch fingerprint resistance stainless steel built-in dishwasher.
Oh, there we go.
And the reason I'm choosing this,
The fingerprint resistant part?
so
Are you kidding me with my children at home?
well, this is the point.
I need that.
When you talk fingerprint resistant, you got to have a wide receiver who is slithery enough to prevent from being connected with from defenders' fingerprints. Okay, does that make sense with
Yeah,
you? So
that's
you need
awesome.
the receiver has
He
to be
gets the bit.
It has to be fingerprint resistant to be able to get down the field on crossers, and there are the obvious fingerprint resistant receivers. Your Justin Jefferson, he's fingerprint resistant.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Addison has obviously proven he's fingerprint resistant.
Yes, he is.
I'm not going Jalen Naylor, and I'm not going Ty Felton. I'm going very off the board, roster deep cut. There is an undrafted player from last year, Ja'Shawn Jones from Maryland.
82.
And he was out there yesterday for a couple reps with the first team. And now I'm not predicting that Ja'Shawn Jones makes this roster or anything, but the way he runs routes is reminiscent of the fingerprint resistant type of flavor that you want in your GE dishwasher.
Amen.
So Ja'Shawn Jones, I've just got my eye on this guy. Again, undrafted player from Maryland, receiver. And that's how I think about the receiver. You got to have tough hands. But you got to be fingerprint resistant. It's the type of dishwasher you want. It's the type of receiver that you're looking for. Ja'Shawn Jones.
Is he efficient in his routes the way that the GE is efficient with water usage?
Exactly. The water sloshes around very well across the field.
Y'all have taken this idea I came up with and made it a 10 of 10. Holy cow. I mean, if Steve's has a co-op with GE, it just all was settled right there.
We just got a message from Steve's, and I think when this fingerprint resistant dishwasher is flying off the shelf. Like it's when you have a dishwasher like Ja'Shawn, coached by Keenan McCardell, it's dangerous.
And think about that chemistry where he working with JJ McCarthy, it becomes almost unconscious.
Right.
Like with the GE dishwasher,
Brilliant.
auto starts. You can schedule starts. You don't even have to mess around with it. You just know it's going to work.
The sloshing of this GE is something that, it makes you, it gets you excited.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to personally and wholeheartedly thank everybody for listening to me on the radio whenever you have over the course of 27, 28 years, because I have a feeling that segment is going to be the final one they're going to permit me to do at AM 1130 KFAN or FM 100.3 KFAN. But seriously, Steve's, thank you.
Yeah.
Love you very much. StevesAppliances.com, fast delivery, free recycling, and guaranteed low price. And when we return, Chris Cooper, offensive line coach for the Minnesota Vikings, joins us at TCOPC. Yeah, we at KFAN.